and dancing. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Nadine Chewett.
Thank you. Dr. Coretta Fergus is a qualified, in fact she's qualified as a doctor of dental surgery in 2003 at the University of the West Indies and completed her Masters of Science in 2003 at King's College in London. Her goals include working closely with children at an early age to promote positive attitudes towards good oral health and habits and re-implementing dental care education within schools. She enjoys fitness activities such as aerobics and weight training. She loves choral singing and is also a member of Dance Excel. Dr. Coretta Fergus, ladies and gentlemen.
Our next lovely female judge is Veronica Amer. And everyone knows Veronica. She is very into fashion, always has been since I've been a little girl, because she used to work at Radio Antilles back in the day. She's presently working with the tourism department as an enumerator at the airport. One of her past employees as well, or the immediate past employee, was the American University of the Caribbean School of Medicine. They're now operating out of St. Martin. Unfortunately, they had to leave Montserrat because of the volcanic crisis. She not only loves fashion, she's also a very good cook, and she loves to entertain everyone that comes into contact with her. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Veronica Amer, one of our judges.
Gregory Willock, also known as Saga, Jiggy, or Mr. All-Rounder. He's president of the Domino Association and has been for over 15 years. He has also been president of the Montserrat Cricket Association for the past 4 years. He was chairman of the festival committee on 3 separate occasions in the last 10 years and has also acted in supporting capacity over the same period. He's a popular talk show host of the programs Festival Fever and Talking Sports. He is an electronics technician by profession. Ladies and gentlemen, Gregory Sagawal.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry, I forgot. We have one more male judge, and we've tried to balance it this year as well. We've got 3 male judges and 3 female judges. And we'd like to welcome Mr. Rolando Cassie. He's Jamaican. He works here on island as the lab manager for the Public Works Department. He's a graduate of the University of Technology. His interests are arts, culture, music, economics, and sports. From a belief perspective for Montserrat, he profoundly believes that the rebuilding of Montserrat should be advocated through the continuous development of the younger generation, and women empowerment should lead this process. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a round warm applause for Mr. Rolando Cassie. And for also to all our judges here this evening, we'd like to thank all 6 of you for taking your time out to come here and spend some time with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like now to introduce to you the members of this group called Tropical Productions. And no doubt you've been hearing the commercials on the radio and all of that, and you're saying, well, who are these people? So let me tell you that they're actually led by Glendina Taylor, and they have Joan Burke, Merle Roach, and these 2 young ladies live in the United Kingdom. Lorraine Lewis, who's right next to me, Jennifer Winspear, and Sharon Charles. Give them a big, big round of applause, everybody. Thank you. Now, we've got some folks that we would like to thank, but we'll do that as we go along. But very quickly, let us begin by thanking Montserrat Utilities Limited, Fly Montserrat, Bruce Ferrara, Cool and Smooth Antigua, and Monfest. So, are we ready?
So we're going to move into the cultural presentation segment. And as Basil mentioned, I'm one of the committee members for Tropical Productions. So this year we came up with the concept of Uniquely Montserratian. That's the theme of our show, or both our shows this year. And we gave the girls the option. It's Uniquely Montserratian. You choose a place, a person, something unique to Montserratian, and they've got to put together a presentation surrounding that concept. So this is what the ladies are going to be have put together for yourselves this evening, and there are 5 completely different concepts. We didn't give them any ideas. They had to come up with everything by themselves. And from a pointing perspective, it's a total of 50 points for the cultural presentation. There's authenticity, which is 10 points. Interpretation, originality, creativity, which is 15 points. Presentation, so this is the delivery of the presentation, their overall body language in terms of presenting the cultural presentation. That's 15 points also. And then use of supporting props is 10 points also. Now they have the option of using the screen if they need to. They can put props. The only thing they weren't allowed to do was to bring another person on stage. They had to find some other way. If they did choose someone to put together their presentation on, they had to find some other way of bringing that to yourselves. So I think we're going to get ready to start.
Yes, and just to tell you that all of this brings together a grand total of 50 points, everybody. 50 points for this segment, and also 50 points, I think, am I correct? For the swimwear, yes, as well, for the swimsuit segment. So tonight, the grand total is actually 100 points. 50 for this segment and 50 for the swimsuit.
And I would just like to say on the pointing, we will not be announcing scores this evening. Once the judges have put together their points, allocated points for each segment, at the end of the show, towards the end, everything will be collected and they will be given to a delegate of the Bank of Montserrat, and they will be held in their vault. So they won't be taken to anyone's homes for anyone to be able to modify. They will be locked away into the vault, in the vault until the main show, which will be held on the 25th, and that will be the only time that they'll be collated, so that there's complete transparency and no one has any chance to...
Can I ask you one question? Suppose when they go to open the vault, it's not opening. What happens then?
I'm going to borrow some dynamite from you.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Showtime. Judges, are you ready? Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we want to thank you for your patience. You've been a wonderful audience. And because of that, I'm going to guarantee you that after the show tonight, remember the Cheesecake Factory, they're not here. But I'm going to guarantee you folks that we're going to get you some cheese and some cake to take home. That is your prize and your award for behaving so nicely this evening. We're going to work that out, okay? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 1 is Maggie Detouche.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Just lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. But it all with extra timing. There was a Chinaman.
Once upon a time, in Montserrat, before cable television, before the internet, before PlayStation and Xbox, before the volcano, there was the Shamrock Cinema. On Thursday the 29th of April, 1970, the Shamrock Cinema made its debut on Montserrat. It was a splashy premiere with Chief Minister Austin Bramble and 329 guests at the opening. The following night, the cinema was open to the public, and the first movie was Airport, starring Burt Lancaster. No, Shamrock was not Montserrat's first cinema. A couple of smaller ones existed before, but Shamrock was Montserrat's first bona fide cinema, with ample seating and high-tech video and sound. Under the management of American businessman Leonard Cosen, the cinema soon became a cultural phenomenon on Montserrat for people of all ages. Shamrock Cinema quickly became the island's #1 weekend hangout. Friday night movies, Saturday matinee, lovers' night on Sundays, and the entertainment was not limited to the movie screen. The patrons provided their own as well. There were 3 sections in the theater. Balcony, where you would find the highty-tighty crowd. Circle, where the ordinary kind of people would hang out. And the pit, where you would usually find the most vocal audience members. Just like in the movie, the crowd had its own mixture of drama. Is that really the Honorable so-and-so sitting in the balcony with a woman who is not his wife? Comedy? Boy, sit down your black the screen. And yes, a lot of action. I'll explain in the famous Shamrock Cinema. And I can't conclude without reminding you about a few more highlights from the cinema. Do you remember the sweet drink they sold at the cinema? Don't ask me what flavor it was, but you couldn't find it anywhere else on Montserrat. Remember the lunchtime movies where they only showed piece of the movie today and piece tomorrow, and then you'll have to come back the next day just to see how the movie will end? Remember the people that used to come Friday night and then come back Saturday night just to chat the movie? So annoying. Eventually, all good things must come to an end. In the early 80s, when people started getting cable, the theater novelty had run its course. And Shamrock Cinema stopped showing movies and the building was used for other events and shows. But for a decade, Montserratians truly got their kicks at Shamrock Cinema, literally.
Shamrock when I was in Stonewall.
Yeah, but you never ran away from school to go check out movies?
Yes, you remember Willie Kinney Ogaro, you couldn't sit next to Willie Kinney Ogaro and Willie Kinney watching Kahuna Karate, you too.
Yes, and I remember Smalley Dread. Guys, you get inside free, all you have to do is buy a drink, you know. And the best popcorn ever in Montserrat, Shamrock City. You all remember that, right? Yeah. Back in the day. All right, so we continue. And we are now getting to contestant number 2. Contestant number 2, we're going to wait and give our judges a little time to do their math and all of that. In the meantime, we can say hi and pick up some more people, I think.
Okay, so we'll just go through the chaperones as well. Chaperones.
2.
He was a man dignified in his own right. As brilliant a scholar as James was, his love for music soon led him down a different professional path to that of performing. Having been raised in a music-oriented family with emphasis on calypso, he was about to make his mark in the music industry, where he would get the name we so affectionately know him as today. Radio. Radio was not only a talented performer, but a composer of his own music. He brought to the calypso arena a style in lyrics which was deeper than average and unique to only him. His lyrics were heartfelt, and these he delivered with humility, dignity, and a style you could not help but fall in love with. He was the first local artist to record at Air Studios when his hit song Swadman became original calypso list topper in 1979. He wrote a series of songs to include I'm Back, which won him road match and placed him as first runner-up in the calypso finals the year he sang it. Having accomplished all this, his fate changed that fateful day in 1984 when his life